First thing we're going to do is go to Jovo's website and look at the template that we're going to use as the base for our first game. Search inside of the Jovo tutorials for APL to find the Using Alexa Presentation Language with Jovo. This template helps us to figure out how to create rich interactions using Amazon Alexa for all of the screen devices. They have a template that we can copy, so we'll go ahead and look at that, but we'll scroll past it and just read through the introduction and also the adding section to get a little bit more info. Open up your terminal and change directory into your projects folder. Then make a new directory called voice game. Change inside of that new directory you built, and once we're in there, we're going to paste that command that Jovo gave us to build the Alexa APL template. Type in the name that you want for this app. In this case, name it just Game Version 1. Then it'll create that template for us. Jovo's running in the background to get all the node package managed dependencies, and we can see that we now have a folder called Game V1. Change directory to Game V1, and then you can run Jovo with Jovo Run. Open up your project in your code editor of choice and explore inside of the app/APL folder. You'll see a main JSON folder along with a series of other folders that have dialog and diagram and source models. Inside of the app.js folder, we have an app.js file with a launch intent as well as a show template intent. Those are our two intents that are defined right now inside of app.js. We don't have a test folder yet, so we will need to create a test folder before we get started. Inside of the APL, inside of the first body template, we can see what one of these source files is actually going to look like. It has some descriptions and some source URLs for us to use, and then there are some pre-populated Hello World source URLs for both small and large background. And then there's some text fields with a logo option. Looking at one of the other templates, it looks about the same, just a couple different items that you can pick from in that one. Going into our models folder inside of English-us.json, this is our front end skill. So what are the intents that are defined? We've got the show template intent, and that has an input type of template with the type being display template. Right below we have the display template. You can see it has the same name. And then the values are the names of the different templates we can pick from. And then there's the basic built-in Amazon intents. Next step is going to be to set up the skill on the front end. Let's create a new skill in amazondeveloper.com and call it Game V1. Start it from scratch, and then just scroll straight down to the JSON editor. We need to initialize Alexa and then build the Jovo model. We'll use Jovo init Alexa skill to create the Alexa model. After that, we will init the Google action. Although we won't be using that in this tutorial, it's nice to just build it out anyways. When we run Jovo build, it'll take that model file we were just looking at, and it'll create both the Alexa skill and the Google action. Now we can go inside of our platforms, Alexa skill, and models folder to drag and drop that English JSON file right in there, and then we want to save and build. Next, we can go into the Interfaces tab and scroll down to the bottom and click Alexa Presentation Language, and then save and build again.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Once that's done, let's take a look inside of the launch function to see what's actually going on when a directive is being added for those templates. The document is being called from a main JSON file, and it looks like inside of there it's just presenting a hello world to the user. Okay. let's test this out and see what happens. We'll run our Jovo server, and then we'll type in the invocation name, my APL test. And when you scroll down, we can see that we do have hello world being returned.